Hey preppers, November is just around the corner and you need to be ready. The weather's about to turn and we all know what that means. Time to batten down the hatches and prepare for anything. We're talking blizzards, power outages, maybe even the odd hungry wolf at the door, you just never know. But the key to surviving any situation, whether it's a natural disaster or just a run on the grocery store, is preparation. That's why today we're diving into the 7 crucial survival items you must stock up on from Walmart before it's too late. We're talking essential gear that could mean the difference between a minor inconvenience and a full-blown catastrophe. Let's get started. Right, first up, we're tackling the most essential element for survival: water. Water is the cornerstone of life, and without it, our bodies simply can't function. Remember, you can go without food for a surprisingly long time, sometimes even weeks, depending on your body's reserves and the conditions you're in. But water is a non-negotiable. Dehydration can set in within hours, especially in hot or dry environments. You dehydrate fast, especially in a crisis situation where you're under stress and possibly exposed to the elements. Stress accelerates dehydration, making it even more critical to stay hydrated. Now, stocking up on bottled water is a good start, and it's always wise to have a few cases on hand for emergencies, but it's bulky and you can only carry so much. In a real emergency, you might need to be mobile, and lugging around heavy water bottles isn't practical. That's where water purification tablets come in. These small, powerful tablets can be a game changer in survival situations. These little lifesavers are compact, lightweight, and can turn even the murkiest puddle into a source of clean drinking water. They are easy to use and incredibly effective. Trust me, I've been in situations where a muddy puddle was the only water source in sight, and it was a daunting sight. And let me tell you, having those purification tablets was the only thing standing between me and a nasty bout of waterborne illness. They can save you from serious health issues. Look, you never know when you might find yourself in a situation where clean water is scarce. It could happen anytime, anywhere. It could be a natural disaster that disrupts the water supply, leaving you without access to clean water for days or even weeks, or even just a long power outage that shuts down your well pump. In rural areas, this can be a common issue. That's why I always make sure to have a good supply of water purification tablets in my bug-out bag, my car emergency kit, and even my everyday backpack. It's a simple precaution that can make a huge difference, and even my everyday backpack. You never know when you might need them, and they take up virtually no space. And the best part is you can pick up a pack of these lifesavers at Walmart for just a few bucks. They're affordable and accessible. That's right, a few bucks for the peace of mind knowing you'll have access to clean drinking water no matter what life throws your way. It's a small investment for a potentially life-saving resource. Don't wait until it's too late, folks. Preparation is key, and having water purification tablets on hand is a smart move. Head down to Walmart and grab yourself some water purification tablets today. It's a simple step that can make a world of difference in an emergency. Your body will thank you for it. Stay prepared, stay safe, and always have a plan for your water needs. Okay, so we've tackled water. Now let's talk about keeping those energy levels up. Water is essential, but without the right food, your body won't have the fuel it needs to function properly. In a survival situation, you need to fuel your body and keep your strength up. This means having a well-thought-out plan for your food supply. And that means having a good supply of non-perishable food on hand. These foods are designed to last a long time and can be a lifesaver in an emergency. Now, I'm not talking about fancy freeze-dried meals here, though those are great too. Freeze-dried meals are convenient and lightweight, making them perfect for quick meals on the go. I'm talking about the staples: canned goods, dried beans, rice, pasta, the kind of stuff that can last for months, even years in storage. These items are versatile and can be used in a variety of recipes. The kind of stuff that can last for months, even years in storage. It's important to have a variety of foods to keep your meals interesting and nutritious. Think of it like this. You're building an emergency pantry, a backup system for when the unexpected happens. This pantry is your safety net, ensuring you have what you need when you need it most. You want foods that are high in calories and nutrients, things that will give you the energy you need to get through a tough situation. High-calorie foods are essential because they provide the energy your body needs to function. Head down to the canned goods aisle at Walmart and stock up on soups, vegetables, fruits, tuna, chicken, whatever you like. These items are not only nutritious, but also easy to prepare. Don't forget about things like peanut butter, nuts, and trail mix too. These foods are packed with protein and healthy fats, which are crucial for maintaining your energy levels. They're packed with protein and healthy fats, perfect for keeping you going when you're on the move. Healthy snacks can make a big difference in how you feel throughout the day. And here's a pro tip: rotate your stock regularly. This means using the older items first and replacing them with new ones to ensure nothing goes to waste. Use the older stuff first and replace it with new items. This way, you'll always have a fresh supply of food on hand, and you won't have to worry about expired products. That way, you'll always have a fresh supply of food on hand. Keeping your pantry organized and up to date is key to effective emergency preparedness. Remember, prepping isn't about living in fear, it's about being prepared. It's about having peace of mind, knowing that you and your family are ready for whatever comes your way. And having a well-stocked pantry of non-perishable food is one of the best ways to ensure you and your loved ones can weather any storm. It's a simple step that can make a big difference in an emergency. All right, preppers, let's talk about another crucial element of survival first aid. Accidents happen, especially in a crisis, which is why having a well-stocked first aid kit is non-negotiable. And I'm not just talking about a few Band-Aids and some antiseptic wipes here. We're talking about a comprehensive kit that can handle everything from minor cuts and scrapes to more serious injuries. Think back to that time I had to stitch up my own leg in the Amazon. Having the right tools for the job was the difference between getting back on track and a nasty infection. Now you can buy pre-assembled first aid kits at Walmart, which is a great option, or you can build your own. Either way, make sure it includes essentials like bandages, gauze, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, antihistamines, and any personal medications you or your family members might need. Don't forget about things like a CPR mask, a thermal blanket, and a whistle for signaling for help. And here's a pro tip: take a first aid course. Knowing how to use the items in your kit can be just as important as having them in the first place. Remember, in a survival situation, knowledge is power, and being able to administer basic first aid can be the difference between life and death. Chapter 4. Flashlights and batteries, be your own beacon in the dark. Listen up, preppers, because this one's crucial. Never underestimate the importance of a reliable light source. When the power goes out, and believe me it will, you don't want to be stumbling around in the dark. That's why having a good flashlight, and I mean a real flashlight, not that dinky little thing on your keychain, is absolutely essential. Head down to Walmart and pick yourself up a sturdy, waterproof flashlight, preferably one with multiple settings like high beam, low beam, and strobe. And don't forget the batteries. In fact, stock up on batteries of all sizes. You'll need them for your flashlight, your radio, and any other essential gear that requires juice. Trust me, I've been in countless situations where a reliable light source was the difference between navigating treacherous terrain and stumbling around like a blind bat. Remember that time I got caught in that cave-in in the Rockies? Pitch black, couldn't see my hand in front of my face, but I had my trusty flashlight, and that beam of light, it was like a lifeline. So don't skimp on this one, folks. Invest in a good flashlight, stock up on batteries, and always, always keep them within arm's reach. Chapter 5, MultiTool, your ultimate survival sidekick. Now let's talk about versatility. In a survival situation, you need gear that can multitask, tools that can handle a variety of jobs, and that's where a good multi-tool comes in. Think of it as your own personal Swiss Army knife, packed with everything you need to tackle whatever challenges come your way. A good multi-tool will have a sharp knife, a saw, a screwdriver, pliers, maybe even a can opener, and a pair of scissors. You'll be amazed at how often you reach for this thing. I've used my multi-tool for everything from building shelters to starting fires to performing emergency repairs on my gear. Remember that time I had to field dress a wild boar with nothing but my multi-tool? It wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. The point is, a multi-tool is an incredibly versatile piece of equipment that can save the day in countless situations. And the best part is, you can find a decent multi-tool at Walmart for a very reasonable price. So do yourself a favor and add one to your cart. You won't regret it. Chapter 6, Emergency Blankets, shielding you from the elements. All right, preppers, let's talk about staying warm. Because when the mercury drops and the wind starts howling, you need to be ready to protect yourself from the elements. And that's where emergency blankets come in. These lightweight, compact blankets are made from a thin, reflective material that helps trap heat and keep you warm, even in freezing temperatures. Trust me, I've spent many a night huddled under an emergency blanket, and let me tell you, they can be a lifesaver. Remember that time I got caught in that blizzard in the Himalayas? The wind was howling like a banshee, the temperature was plummeting, and I was soaked to the bone. But I had my trusty emergency blanket, and it helped me survive that night. The key is to wrap yourself up tight, creating a barrier between you and the cold. Emergency blankets are also great for signaling for help. The reflective material can be seen for miles, even in low light conditions, and the best part is, they're incredibly affordable. You can pick up a pack of emergency blankets at Walmart for just a few bucks. Chapter 7, Portable Stove, cooking up a storm, even when the power's out. Finally, let's talk about cooking. Because even in a survival situation, a hot meal can make all the difference. It can lift your spirits, provide much-needed energy, and even bring a sense of normalcy to an otherwise challenging situation. Now, you could rub two sticks together and hope for the best, which can be quite frustrating and time-consuming, or you could take the easy route and pack a portable stove. These stoves are incredibly efficient and can save you a lot of hassle. These compact, lightweight stoves are designed for cooking on the go, making them perfect for camping, hiking, or any emergency situation. And they're a lifesaver when the power's out or you're miles from civilization. Imagine being able to cook a hot meal in the middle of nowhere. There are a variety of portable stoves available at Walmart, catering to different needs and preferences, from small backpacking stoves to larger camp stoves. Each type has its own advantages, so it's important to choose wisely. Choose one that fits your needs and budget, considering factors like fuel type, weight, and cooking capacity. And make sure to stock up on fuel canisters as well. Running out of fuel in the middle of cooking can be a real setback. With a portable stove and a few basic supplies, you can prepare a variety of meals. You can boil water for drinking, which is crucial for staying hydrated and healthy, cook up a hot meal, which can be anything from a simple soup to a more elaborate dish, and even brew yourself a morale-boosting cup of coffee. A hot beverage can be incredibly comforting. Trust me, there's nothing quite like a hot cup of joe on a cold morning, especially when you're out in the wild, especially when you're facing a challenging situation. It can make a world of difference in your overall well-being. Remember that time I had to survive on nothing but grubs and rainwater for a week? It was one of the toughest experiences of my life. If I had my portable stove with me, things would have been a lot easier. I could have at least had some hot water for tea, a simple luxury that can make a big difference. So, don't underestimate the power of a hot meal or a warm drink. They can be game changers in survival situations. A portable stove is a worthwhile investment that will serve you well in any situation. Whether you're camping, hiking, or facing an emergency, it's an essential piece of gear. That's it for today, preppers. We've covered the 7 crucial survival items you need to stock up on from Walmart before November hits. Remember, these are just the basics. There are countless other items that could come in handy in a survival situation, so it's important to do your research and build a kit that meets your specific needs. But the most important thing is to be prepared, because when disaster strikes, you won't have time to run to the store. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any crucial survival tips. Stay prepared, stay safe, and see you in the next video.